Happy Tuesday. Thank you all for joining me for a 60-minute gentle yoga class. As the name suggests, this is all about being gentle with ourselves, being kind towards ourselves. So, sometimes I'll be hard on myself outside of yoga and during yoga too. But, outside of yoga, I'll be hard on myself and then I'll recognize that and then I'll make it a goal, be nicer to yourself, be more gentle. And then I still catch myself, being harsh or, being critical. So this class is a nice way to practice within yoga, being gentle with yourself, with the idea that if you can practice being gentle with yourself during a yoga practice, maybe you'll also be able to be a little bit more gentle with yourself outside of yoga as well. So just keep that in mind. You're going to start by finding yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can sit crisscross applesauce or in Sukhasana, easy pose with one foot in front of the other. And if there's a particular part of your life or a part of your body that you would like to be gentle with, you can name that here, and that can kind of be your intention, your sankalpa for your yoga practice today. And if at any point during this gentle yoga class, you find that you're pushing yourself to go maybe a little too deep into a posture, just come back to that intention or that, area of your body or area of your life that you're trying to be gentle with. Okay. You're welcome to close your eyes. If closing your eyes is distracting, you can keep your eyes open, but just a soft, fuzzy gaze just beyond the tip of your nose. You're welcome to have your palms facing up as a symbolic gesture that you are open to, receiving whatever the universe is throwing your way. Or if you're feeling a little untethered, you're welcome to have your palms facing down as a symbolic gesture that you're really rooted in the here and now. And there's no right or wrong answer to this. We're going to start with what's called even breathing. You're going to inhale through your nose for a count of 4, take a slow pause. Exhale through your nose for a count of 4, pause. The idea is you inhale and exhale for the same amount of time. We'll start with a 4 count and work our way up to a 6 count. Even breathing is really good for lowering the heart rate. It's good for folks with high blood pressure. It's great for relaxing and, just for starting us off on a gentle, loving note. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, jaw relaxed, chest proud, relax your forehead, let your eyes be heavy. And begin. Inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale through a count of 4. This time, inhale through your nose for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale through your nose for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breath in through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breath out through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 5. Feel the chest rise. Breathe out through your nose for a count of 5. Feel the chest fall. This time, inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale through the nose for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breath in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Exhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold. Inhale slowly for 6. Exhale slowly for 6. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Inhale slow for 6. Exhale slow for 6. Last one, count as high as you want, and then you're going to exhale for the same amount of time. Whenever you're ready, return your breath to normal, in and out through your nose. If at any point in class you find that your mind is wandering, or maybe a movement just doesn't feel right for you or is not accessible today, just return to your breath, especially the slow exhale through the nose, and that'll help you to bring you back into your body, back into the present moment, back into your yoga practice. As you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes and look straight ahead. So as part of our gentle yoga practice, we're gonna start with some self-soothing, some self-massage. So especially during COVID, a lot of us aren't, we're not touching other people, or we're only touching like the same 1 or 2 or 3 people or furry friends. And so now we're gonna take some time just to be nice to ourselves and maybe like massage our hands and our feet in a way that, I wish a manicurist would. So you're gonna start just by taking one hand, take other hand, so thumb in your palm, you're just gonna lovingly massage one hand with the other in a way that feels good for you. And maybe if you've had a massage or a manicure in your life or something else kind of luxurious like that, just doing this for yourself. And then we'll switch to the other hand. Just massaging out your hand in a way that feels good for you. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to our neck and shoulders, where I'm always tight. You can massage out your neck and shoulders in a way that feels good for you. Okay, and then we'll move on to our feet. And then when you're ready, you'll massage your other foot. Okay, and then you'll make your way back into a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. Great. You can have your hands on your knees, your thighs, or on the floor beside you. We're gonna start by gently waking up and moving our neck. So sitting up nice and tall, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Feel your sit bones firmly rooted into the floor, letting the floor hold you up. As you inhale, imagine you're taking an inhale from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. And exhale, slowly tilt your right ear towards right shoulder, stretching the left side neck. And it's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm moving my head to the left when in fact I am moving my head to the right. You are welcome to follow my words or my body movements. In this class, I will do the right side first unless I forget, which sometimes does happen. You want a gentle stretch to the left side of your neck. Notice if you're sticking your head out, try to bring your neck spine back in line with the rest of your spine. So just the nice stretch to the left side neck. As you're ready, slowly roll your chin to chest. And then keep rolling, roll left ear towards left shoulder, stretching the right side neck. And you might find that this side feels a little or a lot different. It does for me. We are not symmetrical, we're not butterflies, we are perfectly imperfect. And that's okay, right? So through yoga, you might notice how one side of your body is a little bit tighter. You might address that, but yoga is also an opportunity for us to accept the fact that like one knee might always be tighter than the other, and that's okay too. Good, slowly roll your head down, chin to chest. Roll your head back up, look straight ahead, and this time we're gonna go backwards, lift your nose, lift your chin, look up towards the ceiling, and slowly bring your head back. So just the neck spine is moving. Try to keep the rest of the back nice and long. So the gentle extension through the throat chakra, compression to the neck spine. One day the head drops all the way back. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Again, you're never forcing your body. Close your mouth, take a breath. As you're ready, slowly bring your head back to center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, drop your head, chin to chest. Again, just the neck spine moving, shoulders down, chest up. Relax your jaw. Keep your chest proud. Can you relax your head one more inch? Good. Slowly roll your head back up. Look straight ahead. We're going to twist the neck. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over right shoulder twist. So one trick to mobility in the body is to use your breath. So, when we're moving in this class, you'll hear me say something like inhale, stretch up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look over right shoulder twist. If you ever find that you're starting to feel a little bit anxious during class, notice the length of your exhale versus your inhale and see if you can make your exhale a little bit slower. If we inhale and then exhale like fast, we stimulate the central nervous system. If we slowly exhale, we calm the central nervous system, taking us out of the fight, flight, or freeze response. Good. Slowly unwind, look back, straight ahead. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder twist. And keep in mind that my range of motion might be different from your range of motion, and my idea of coming slowly in or out of a posture might be different from yours. So if your posture does not look the same as mine, or if you're going a little faster or a little slower, that's okay, as long as you're honoring your body and meeting yourself where you are today. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder and twist. Good. Slowly, carefully come back to center. No rush. Take your right hand outside of your right thigh if it's not there already. On your next inhale, sweep your left arm up overhead. Now getting the arm, the shoulder, and the whole left side body involved. Lengthen the arm and drop your shoulder. It's a gentle extension to the left side body, gentle compression to the right side body, never a point of pain. Notice if you're leaning to one side, try to evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones, so it's just the spine that's moving. Good. Take your left hand to the floor, sweep it around, getting some range of motion in the body, and take your left hand close to your outside left hip, reach your right arm long overhead. Lengthen your arm and drop your shoulder. Notice if you're bringing your head back or way far forward. Again, try to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. And notice if you're leaning to one side, root down through both sit bones. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Good. Take your right hand in front of you. Sweep your right arm forward, left arm forward. Walk your hands back in. And this time, bring both arms behind you. Squeeze shoulders together. Stick your butt out. Open your chest. Look up. Nice little heart opener here. Shoulders down, shoulders together. Nose up, chin up. Look up. Press your heart space forward. Slowly uncurl, look straight ahead, and then sweep your arms around, hands to the floor in front of you. Press your hands into the floor, relax your head, and round your spine. Notice if the shoulders are up in the ears, roll the shoulders back and down. Let your head hang heavy. Take an inhale through your nose and an exhale through your nose. Good. Slowly walk yourself back up. Bring your arms out to either side of you, just getting some more range of motion in the body. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Hands together. Exhale, pull hands through heart center. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale, reach your arms up. Hands together. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. And this time, exhale, place left hand on right knee, right arm close behind you like a second spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. So now the whole spine is twisting, again, evenly distributing your body weight on both hips. Inhale, lengthen, stretch the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, look over right shoulder and twist. Good. Slowly, carefully unwind. Take your time. Very nice. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Hands together. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, being gentle. Exhale, hands through heart center, being kind. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. This time, exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand close behind you like a second spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, look over left shoulder twist. Use your left hand behind you to keep the spine nice and long. Inhale, stretch up. Slowly exhale, look over left shoulder twist. And slowly, carefully unwind. Take your time. Keep your left leg bent. Take your right leg out to the side. Your legs can be pretty wide here so the hips are open. Bring your left heel close to your groin, right leg out, and flex your right toes back to your face just a little bit. Gentle activation to the foot. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. It's a theme. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine. You can have your hands on the floor outside of your thigh, your knee. You can catch your foot with your hand if it feels good, and draw your forehead close to your knee. If you take 26 and 2 yoga with me, we're very exacting about like forehead and knee must touch. This is a little bit less so. You just want to feel a nice rounding sensation to the spine, gentle compression to the abdominal wall. Drop your head, relax your jaw. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, coming back up. Good. Exhale, take your right hand outside of the thigh to the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, start to tilt to the right. So now you want to feel this nice stretch to the left side body, gentle compression to the right side body. You're welcome to keep your hand on the floor, or maybe even bringing the forearm to the floor. Try to keep the left hip down. Lengthen the arm, drop the shoulder, keep the neck in line with the rest of your spine. Inhale. And exhale, bring your left hand back down. Good. Take your left leg out. So now both legs out. Flex your toes back. The wider your legs are, the more you'll feel an inner thigh stretch. The closer the feet are together, the more you'll feel a hamstring stretch. Inhale, take your arms overhead. Stick your butt out a little bit. Exhale, start to fold forward. You can put your hands on the floor. As you're ready, you can maybe walk your hands forward a little bit. Again, you just want to feel a gentle opening to the inner thighs, never a point of pain, always being gentle, always being kind. Shoulders back, chest forward, inhale. And slowly exhale. Good. Walk your hands back in. Keep your left leg long, and this time bend your right leg in, so heel to your groin. Gently flex your left toes back. You got it. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your left, chin to chest, and go down. Shoulders down, jaw relaxed, forehead soft. Breathe in normal. Try to make your exhale a little slower than the inhale, but you're not forcing your breath. On your next inhale, look forward, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, place left hand outside of left thigh. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tilt to the left. Good. Drop the shoulder, lengthen the arm. Your neck in line with the rest of the spine, gently flexing the left toes back. Shoulder down, chest up. Take a breath. Good, and as you're ready, slowly come back up. This time take right foot forward, left foot forward. Flex your toes back just a little bit. Can walk out your hips a little bit if that feels good too. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. You can catch your feet. You can have your hands outside of your thighs, your knees, your shins. And I'll give you one of the tricks to being able to catch your feet. If you have a long torso, it's easy to catch your feet. So sometimes when you see people who are like, I can touch my fingers to my toes, I'm like, that's great. You probably have short legs like I do, right? So don't be so worried about if you can catch your feet, especially folks with long legs, short torsos, right? Having your hands on the floor is just fine. Shoulders back, chest forward. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Inhale. Slowly exhale, fold. Good. Take your time. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale your arms down. Relax your feet. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, maybe windshield wiper out your legs. Great. Okay. And as you're ready, we're going to come into a tabletop position. Take your time. You want to find your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Now, one of the traps I fall into in this posture in tabletop position is like putting too much weight in my arms and letting my shoulders sag. So take a moment here. You're going to bend your elbows a little bit and then push your hands into the floor. Look at the floor slightly in front of your hands so that your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Again, if you feel that your shoulders are sinking, right, you're going to push your hands into the floor. Get a nice long neck here. We're going to take a few cat-cows. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Pull your abdomen in. Push the floor away from you. Round your spine. You're rounding your back here like an angry cat. Meow. You want to bring your hips closer to your ribs. Drop your head. And on your next inhale, look forward. Drop your belly down. Lift your chin and chest up. Stick your butt up. Squeeze shoulders together. Look up towards the ceiling. Now you're letting your stomach hang down like a cow. This is cow pose. Move. Exhale, abdomen in, tuck your tailbone under, spread your shoulders apart, move your hips towards your ribs, drop your head, keep your shoulders away from your ears, hug your elbows in a little bit, and cow pose. Drop your belly down, squeeze shoulders together, keep the shoulders away from the ears, lift your tailbone to the ceiling, look up, chest forward. Exhale, cat pose, meow. Compression to the abdominal wall, extension to the spine, sliding the shoulders apart. And cow pose, moo, extension to the front of the body, compression to the spine, squeezing shoulders together. Good. Come back into a neutral position. Look straight ahead. You're going to tuck your toes under and start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling for a down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs. Press your heels to the floor. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Good. Bend your knees again. Bring your knees back down onto the floor. Untuck your toes. back into your tabletop, bend your elbows, and then press your hands down, right? Keep the shoulders out of the ears, neck nice and long. Now tuck your toes under again, lift your hips up, down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out the legs. Press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling. This time look forward, look between your hands, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, and then bring your right foot forward in between your hands. Bend your left knee, untuck your toes, coming into a runner's lunge. Now take a moment here, you can take a slightly wider step so the back leg is long. Notice if the hip is opening, you're gonna move your left hip forward and down, trying to square off the hips. Or just take a moment here, press your right foot into the floor, press your fingertips into the floor, getting nice and long, feeling this nice stretch to the left hip. Option to stay here or keep your left hand outside of your right foot, I should say, and reach your right arm up, looking up for a nice spine twist, taking a breath here. As you're ready, return your right hand down to the floor outside of your right foot. Other side, reach your left arm up. Option to look up towards the ceiling and take a slow breath here. Good, bring your left hand back down to the floor. Now we're gonna move our hips up and back. And this time, lengthen your front leg, flex your right toes back for a nice half stretch. Shoulders away from the ears. You can rock back and forth a little bit if that feels good. Just feeling a nice stretch here. Make your exhale a little longer than your inhale. Look forward, move your hips forward so your right foot is back on the floor. Plant your hands on the floor. Bring your right knee back into a tabletop position. This time bring knees and feet together. Sink your hips down, reach your arms forward, child's pose. If reaching the arms forward isn't feeling right for you, you can bring your arms down by your sides instead. We're just gonna take a minute here to breathe. This is a nice neutral way to gently stretch through the toes, the ankles, the knees, and the hips. The nice long spine. So with every inhale, really open your back, right? Feel the backs of your ribs expand. With every exhale, just let your shoulders and chest fall. When we do the other side of that sequence, if the 2 down dogs that we do not work for you, you can take a child's pose just like this instead of doing the down dog. So just keep that in mind. Take 3 more slow breaths here. When you're ready, you're gonna look forward, walk your hands in a little bit, press yourself up, and then come back into your tabletop, open your knees. So your knees are hip width distance. Notice if your toes are coming in or out, try to keep the insides of your legs parallel. Take a moment here, hands are shoulder width distance, spread your fingers wide. You can go right and left, back and forth. Okay, we're gonna take a moment here before we do the other side. Move your hips to the right and look over your left shoulder. So now we're stretching the right side body. This is a fun stretch. Hips to the right, looking back behind your left shoulder. Good, and then slowly come back to a neutral position. This time swing your hips to the left and look over your right shoulder. Good, and come back into a neutral position. Now, if you'd like a different wrist stretch, a couple options here. You can have your fingers pointing out to the sides of your mat. You can keep rotating your hands so that your fingers point towards your knees, or another wrist stretch is to flip your palms so palms face the ceiling, knuckles face the floor, fingers point towards you, right? So this is a nice way to stretch our wrists in a different way. And we're gonna take 3 cat-cows. Take an inhale. Exhale, round your spine, extension through the spine, compression to the body, front of the body. Inhale, compression to the spine, extension to the front of the body. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round your spine like a Halloween cat. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Drop your head, tuck your tailbone under. And then for cow pose, relax your stomach down, move your hips up, remembering that cows are sacred in India, right? So we're honoring ourselves through cow pose, the holiness within each of us. Last one, round the spine, spread the shoulders wide, keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then press your hips to the ceiling, chest forward, shoulders together, shoulders away from the ears. Good. Come back into a neutral tabletop position. If you have your wrists in a funny way, bring your fingertips back forward, elbows out, and then press your hands down, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other. If down dog is not speaking to you, take a child's pose instead. Press the heels to the floor. Good, and then look forward, bend your knees, coming back down to the floor, taking a breath here. And then tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. Down dog, you can bend one knee, straighten the other, press your heels down. This time, keep your right foot on the floor, reach your left leg up, 3-legged dog, and then look forward, come forward, place your left foot in between your hands, drop your right knee down to the floor, untuck your toes. And let's take a moment here, finding some stability. Move the right hip forward. You can always walk your right leg back or the left foot forward for a deeper hip stretch. Really feel your left foot planted into the floor. Keep your right ankle in line with your right knee so the foot's not coming in or out, right? It's parallel to your mat. And take a breath here. When you're ready, keep your right hand outside of your left foot and reach your left arm up. Option to look up towards the ceiling. Take a slow breath. Good, and then bring your left hand outside of left foot and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Option to look up. Just a nice chest opener, good hip opener. Taking a breath here. Good, return your right hand down to the floor, and this time we're gonna move the hips back, straighten the front leg, flex the left toes back, and you can work on moving the hips up and down a little bit or side to side, just feeling a nice stretch to the calf and Achilles, shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath. This time, move the hips forward, plant your left foot back down on the floor, hands on the floor, bring the leg back, tabletop, this time wide-legged child's pose. Feet together, knees open, sink your hips down, stretch your arms forward and breathe, holding here for a minute. And again, if the arms coming forward does not work for you, you can bring your arms down by your side. Take a breath. So we're just using this time to connect to our breath, to connect to our body, to be gentle with ourselves, to be kind with ourselves. When we learn how to be more gentle and kind to ourselves, we're practicing how to be more gentle and kind to those around us as well, right? So we're extending this grace that we learn on our yoga mat to people, places, things, creatures off of our yoga mat as well. Let's take 3 more slow, big breaths here. If you're ready, you're going to look forward, walk your hands in, back towards your shoulders, slowly push yourself up, take your time. After all of that shoulder motion stuff, we're going to do a counter stretch here. Bring your hands behind you, squeeze hands together if you can, and slide your hands down, open through your chest. Look up, look back. Good, and then slowly bring your spine back to a neutral position. I'm going to face you. Bring your knees together, still sitting on your feet. Right, this is a nice stretch through our toes, ankles, knees. You can place your hands on your thighs for a moment, shoulders down, chest up, just getting a nice long spine here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, take your right arm across your side body, bend your left arm up, drop the right shoulder down. This is a nice stretch to the deltoid, the shoulder. Looking straight ahead. Good, and release that, arms down, other side. Take your left arm across your side body, bend your right arm up, left shoulder down. Just take a slow breath here, breathing into the shoulder. Good, release that. Bring your hands back together again behind you. Press your hands down, open through your chest, look up. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. Good, and then slowly come back to center, release your hands, turn, lie on your back. Savasana. And let your arms and legs swap open as much as they'd like. If you'd like to take up space, right, you can bring your arms and legs out to the side, especially if you're the kind of person that does not like to take up space. This is like a nice place for you to claim that. Just feel everything lengthening and realigning to the floor. And let the floor hold you up. Let your neck get long. Think about stretching the crown of your head to the top of your mat. Chin in slightly, just slightly, so the neck gets nice and long. Okay, we're going to do a supine figure 4. Bend your legs so that your feet are on the floor. Keep your left foot on the floor, lift your right leg up, take your right ankle shin area to left thigh. So if you look down the center line of your body, your legs make a 4. Option to stay here with your left foot on the floor, or as you're ready, lift your left foot off the floor. You can hug your thighs in towards your chest. You are welcome to have your hands on your thighs, your knees. I like to take my hands and interlace them behind my left thigh. We're just gonna hold here for a few breaths. Again, think about softening your neck, your shoulders to the floor, middle spine, hips to the floor. Figure 4 is a really nice way to stretch the side seat and words are hard, the sciatic nerve on that side of your right thigh. And this is a really nice precursor to pigeon pose or swan pose. So if that is, in your lexicon or something you're interested in doing, this is a nice gentle way to get you there, right? And you're getting that side stretch without having to be in an upright position. Let's take 3 more slow breaths here, just connecting with your breath. Getting in touch with your body, and in touch with your more gentle, loving, kind self. Whenever you're ready, you can release any grip that you have on your thighs or your knees. Bring your left foot back down to the floor. It was lifted. Right foot back down to the floor. And if you'd like, you can kind of windshield wiper out your legs. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Right, left. Okay, good. Bring your arms and legs down. Just taking another breath here in our Savasana. And again, if you practice 26 and 2 yoga with me, you might, I don't mean to make light of PTSD, but like you might be triggered by like Savasana, right? Because we're so used to hearing heels together, toes fall open, arms down by your side, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. This is a little different. You can open your arms and legs as much as you want, right? You can keep your eyes open or close your eyes. Just again, getting in touch with your gentle nature, just trusting that your body knows what it needs in this moment. I love the exacting nature of 26 and 2. It leaves no room for doubt. But on the other hand, sometimes that means there's less room for trust, right? So in this more gentle class, we're really just like trusting our intuition, trusting our body, right? And my posture might not look the same as yours, the depth of my posture, the way I'm moving my body, and you know, the speed at which we go in and out of them might be a little bit different too. That's okay. Let's do the other side of that figure 4. Bend your legs up, feet on the floor. Okay, you can keep your right foot on the floor. This time, lift your left leg up. Take left ankle shin area to right thigh. Option to keep your right foot on the floor, or as you're ready, lift your right foot off the floor. Hug your thighs in. Again, you can take any sort of variation, grabbing your knees or thighs, or just keep your hands down on the floor. Notice if you're rolling to one side, try to evenly distribute your body weight. Humble shoulders, your hips. You can tuck your chin in just slightly to really stretch out, decompress the neck spine. And then just hold here. Notice if this side feels different or the same. Definitely feels different for me. And again, if the goal of yoga is self-realization, right, self-love, God-realization, part of that is the realization of like, this hip is tighter than this hip, right? That is part of your yoga journey. It's not about like, you know, I don't know, having an ideal body. Like, what does that even mean, right? Ideal body. It's really just about trusting your body, loving your body, and being gentle with yourself, right? Using the breath to connect the mind to the body. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can release whatever grip you have on your thighs, bringing right foot back down to the floor, left foot back down to the floor. Again, you can windshield wiper out your legs if that feels good. Feels like really good for me today. I might stay here for a minute. And then whenever you're ready, bring your arms and legs down. Stretching out, getting nice and long. Okay, bend your legs so that your feet are on the floor about hip width distance. You're gonna walk your heels in close towards your butt. Flip your palms to face the floor. Gently lift your hips and bring your arms underneath you. So palms face the floor. Heels close to your butt. You're gonna squeeze your tush, push your hands, shoulders, feet into the floor, and lift your hips up. Chin gently to chest. You can engage your glutes. Notice if the ribs are opening, try to knit your ribs together here. Take a breath. Good, and we bring the hips back down towards the floor. Keep your feet on the floor. Take a moment here, lengthening the spine. We're going to do that 2 more times. Squeeze your glutes, knit your ribs together, and press your hips up towards the ceiling. Press the shoulders, triceps, upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms, feet flat on the floor, chin slightly to chest, neck on the floor. Good, and then bring the hips back down. Taking a breath. And last one, squeeze your buns, press your hips up, keep the ribs together, chin a little to chest. Good, lower the hips back down. Bring your arms out. Again, you can windshield wiper your legs back and forth, right and left. Good, and then bring the legs down back into your cuddle pose or savasana. Getting as big or small as you want. Bend your legs again, feet on the floor. This time, lift your feet off the floor, knees, feet together. You can grab your knees, shins with your hands. You can interlace fingers. You can even grab your elbows if you want. We're just going to roll back and forth, side to side, just rocking out the back. And then come back into a middle position, so lying on your back. And this time, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, lift your head off the floor, try to bring forehead to knees, maybe getting a little bit more compact. If you want, you can like tense up your face, like think about squeezing every muscle in your body. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Arms and legs down. Cuddle pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Bend your legs, feet on the floor, lift your feet up. You can grab your knees, rocking back and forth, side to side. Massaging out the back. And then squeeze knees, feet together, chin to chest, lift your head, maybe bringing forehead close to knees, squeeze tight, tensing everything up. Inhale. And exhale, releasing everything down, arms and legs down. Take a breath. Last one, bend your legs, feet on the floor, lift your feet off the floor, grab your knees, rocking back and forth, side to side, massaging out the back. Come into the middle, tuck your chin to your chest, tensing up everything in the body. Inhale through your nose. This time, exhale through your mouth and let everything go. So in general, we want to exhale through the nose because that calms our central nervous system. But you know what? Sometimes a good sigh goes a long way. So every once in a while in a yoga class, if you need to like open your mouth and exhale and sigh it out, go for it. Especially in the comfort of your own home, right? If you've practiced yoga in a studio long enough, we've all been next to that heavy breather and we've all been that heavy breather at one point, right? That's a little different from like occasionally taking a nice relaxing exhale. Okay, bring your arms out to the side. You can bend your legs so that your feet are on the floor. And we're gonna roll to the right. So left hip stacks on top of right hip, left knee on top of right knee. Try to keep your left shoulder on the floor. Option to keep your head on the floor looking up towards the ceiling or roll your left ear down towards the floor so even the neck spine gets a twist. It's a nice twist, twist for the spine, opening to the chest and shoulders. And it's a little bit of an abdominal wall twist as well, good for digestion. Your stomach is ever upset, right? Do like the hugging the knees in postures like we just did, but spine twists like this one are also really good for an upset stomach. Okay, if you're looking over your left shoulder, gently roll your head back to center, and then slowly bring your left hip down. Other side, roll your knees to the left. So right hip stacks on top of left hip, right knee on top of left knee. Try to keep your right shoulder on the floor. Option to have your head on the floor or roll your right ear towards the floor. And using your breath to connect with your body. It's a real gift and frankly a privilege to have the opportunity to connect with our body through yoga or through other like embodied practices. And while yoga is, I believe, should be light and fun, I don't take it lightly, right? That we get this opportunity to move and to connect with ourselves. So just lying here in appreciation of your body, appreciation of your breath, and appreciation of all of the life choices that got you to this class, right? Because like sometimes we can't take class and that's okay, but you managed to make it here today. Good for you. Good. If you're looking over your right shoulder, roll your head back to center, roll your knees back to center, arms and legs down, back into your savasana. Taking a moment to breathe here. Connect your breath to your body. Connect your body to your mind. Connect your mind to your breath. Connect your breath to your body. And connect your body to the floor. Let the floor hold you up. We began class with a breathing exercise and some self-soothing, self-massage, and we're going to finish class with a full body relaxation exercise. So you can wiggle out your shoulders and hips, get as comfortable as you want, and can open your legs and arms as much as you want. Again, if you tend to be kind of, small in your day-to-day life, maybe this is your opportunity to take up space. Or conversely, if you tend to take up a lot of space, like at work or whatever it is, maybe this is your opportunity to be a little bit more compact. Bigger is not always better. It's more just about like maybe trying that thing that's a little bit different from normal, right? That's still safe, that's still gentle, but maybe just a little bit different than your day-to-day. Without opening your eyes or moving your body, locate your right ear. Without moving your body or opening your eyes, locate your left shoulder. Right hip. Left knee. Locate your feet. Locate your hands. Locate your belly button. Locate your shoulder blades. Draw your attention to the tips of your toes and send a slow breath all the way down to your toes. And wiggle your toes if it feels good, and then relax your toes. Soften through the arches of your feet, tops of your feet, heels and ankles. Relax your calves, your shins, kneecaps, and backs of the knees. Release any tension in your hamstrings or quadriceps. Soften outer thighs, inner thighs, space between the thighs. Relax your pelvic floor. Soften through your hips and glutes. Let your belly button be heavy like lead. Notice if you're carrying tension in your lower abdomen, and let it go through your exhale breath. Relax through the lower abdomen, through your solar plex, your ribs, your chest. Soften through the lower back, middle back, upper back. Let your shoulders be heavy. Relax your armpits, collarbones, chest, and upper arms. Relax your elbows and backs of the elbows. Notice any tension you're carrying in your forearms and let it go through the exhale breath. Soften through your wrists. Let your hands be heavy and send a nice slow breath into your fingertips. If it feels good, you can wiggle your fingers and then relax your fingers. Let your hands be heavy. Just let them go. Letting go of any tension. Soften through the hands and arms, feet and legs, torso, front of the body, back of the body, sides of the body. Soften through your neck, spine, and throat. If it feels good, you can swallow a couple times. Relax your chin. Relax your jaw. Relax your jaw. Relax your jaw. Relax your outer ears and inner ears, space behind the ears and earlobes. Soften through your cheeks, your lips, mouth, and tongue. Relax each and every tooth. Relax the space between your upper lip and nose, bridge of the nose, nostrils, under eye area. Let your eyes be heavy in their sockets. Relax your eyebrows and the space between your brows, temple, and forehead. Relax your forehead. Relax your hairline. Soften your scalp, the crown of your head, back of your head, each and every hair follicle. Take a moment here just to scan the body, noticing any lingering tension. And let it go through the exhale breath. Inhale through your nose, feel your chest rise. Exhale through your nose, feel your chest fall. Feel your ribs expand with the breath in. Feel your ribs gently contract with the breath out. Inhale, heart space lifts. Exhale, belly falls. Breathing in and emptying out. We are often our harshest critic. We are often more unkind to ourselves than we are to others. Be gentle with yourself. No one can do that task for you. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And when all else fails, just make your exhale breath a little longer than your inhale. You can stay in your final Savasana as long as you'd like. Have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you all soon. Bye, friends.